Welcome to the last of the Col-Hi Wildcats 1982 podcast, brought to you by Boots on Man Productions.
College High. One of the students, I have no idea who he was, but he was in woodshop, and he took that picture and put it on some masonite, and then and cut them up into puzzle pieces. His picture of College High, and I got every piece but one. It was one. I put it together and had one missing piece. Well, that's pretty good, out of all of those.
Tell you what, later on looking back, it was their parents. I grew up without a dad in the home, but their parents had a huge impact on me.
Cheated to win, and this young man asked why he cheated, to win. And in the course of that conversation, he said he wanted to get the gold. He had to get the gold medal, but he came to the realization that if you're not enough without the gold medal, you're never going to be enough with the gold medal. And I think I love that.
Hey, this is Scott Townsend. Welcome back to the last of the Col-Hi Wildcats 1982 podcast. And I have with me today Kim Harrison Crawford. Kim, how's it going?
It's going great. How are you, Scott?
Did I stumble over that entire name there?
Yeah, it's a long one, isn't it?
How's it going?
Good. Oh, thanks. Sorry. It's going great. It's going great. Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing good. It's like 65 degrees outside, and we're supposed to have an Arctic blast come through on Wednesday and snow and single digits. So it's kind of weird.
It's like 18 here. We're supposed to get tons of snow on Wednesday. So it's a little different climate.
Where is here?
I live in Michigan. So I live about an hour. It's called Commerce Township, and it's a little closer to Ann Arbor, if you're familiar with Ann Arbor. So so I've been here for 22 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And we love it. We love it.
You want to, I'll ask you the same question I ask everybody starting out. What'd you have for breakfast this morning?
Oh, geez. I had a smoothie.
You had a smoothie. All right.
Yeah.
Had a little toast and cream cheese. I love that stuff.
Okay. Yeah, a little coffee and a little smoothie. So, yep.
What did in researching you, like I do everybody else, I kind of feel like a lurker because I go on Facebook and I scroll through, and I'm trying to, I'm stalking and I'm trying to get a feel for what's been going on. I'm going to say that I was telling my wife at lunch that your Facebook page it looks like everybody's having a great time. There's groups of people, family pictures, everybody's smiling, everybody's going here and there, Virgin Islands and Epcot and all kinds of stuff. And I was like, man, that's really cool. So anyway, so congratulations, you got a great Facebook page.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. I've been really blessed. I have a wonderful family, and I've been fortunate to do a lot of fun things. And it's Facebook is really, it's good and it's bad, right? But it's been so neat to be able to connect with so many people, and whether you talk to them or not, you can see what they're doing, and on their a little bit, little glimpse into their life, which is kind of nice. So.
That's cool. So you want to bring us up to speed? What's been going on for the last 40 years in 2 minutes, maybe, or something?
2 minutes. Wow, that's fast. That's fast.
Ready, set, go.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. Well, like I said, in the last 40 years, what I've been doing. Well, I got married. My name's Kim Crawford, and one of the little things we've been doing is I don't know if you've heard of this wine. you ever heard of Kim Crawford wine?
No.
No? Oh, you haven't. All right. Well, it's a big time wine, and it's a little business I've been doing.
That's you?
I'm just kidding. I wish it was me. I'd be at some chateau in Australia right now or something. No, it's funny. It's just, having people have a wine that has their exact name on it, and it's a pretty decent wine. It's in a lot of restaurants, and my friends always send it to me or say there's a big display at Kroger with your wine everywhere. So that was my icebreaker. So.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, it's probably more interesting than what I'm going to tell you about my life. But anyway, so let's see. Since high school, right? So since high school, I went to OU along with a lot of other people, and I got a degree in marketing with a minor in advertising.
Oh, cool.
And, yeah. So loved that. And then I went to Dallas after graduation and worked for several different advertising agencies. And I worked in the media side. So I bought and negotiated media time for all our big blue chip clients. So I did TV and radio and print and outdoors. So I negotiated all the media time. So I did that a lot for about 13 years and spent millions and millions of dollars. And then I'd go home, at night and eat SpaghettiOs or something, So, so anyways, that's what I did for my career.
Yeah.
And I loved it. And then in those 13 years, I was in Dallas. I got married, and I have 2 children. I have my daughter. Our daughter is 25, and she lives in Nashville, and she's a special ed teacher.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep. And then our son just graduated, and he's 22, and he is a firefighter, EMT here in Michigan.
Oh, that's cool. So he went to Oklahoma State, right?
He did for 2 years. So he went down there, which was tough for me, going to Oklahoma State from being at OU sooner my whole life.
Right.
But
Oklahoma State has a great fire program. Right. I mean, it's like one of the best in the nation.
Right. So he, just wanted to be a firefighter since he was a little baby, little boy. And so he went down there, and we embraced it. And I tell you, Scott, 'cause I know you went there and KU, right? So we went down there not wanting, to like the place. Right. That's just kind of how you've been brought up.
Right.
I absolutely love Stillwater. I thought it was the coolest place and a beautiful school, and just everyone's so nice. It was a great atmosphere.
Yeah.
So he went down there, for 2 years, and then engineering decided that program was going more engineering than he wanted to go. He wanted to go, fight fires and save lives. So he transferred up here back to Michigan, up to a little small school called Lake Superior State. So got a degree there.
That's cool.
Science degree. Yeah.
So how did you meet your husband?
I met him actually in Dallas in the advertising industry. So he actually went to OU, and he actually is a really good friend of a lot of the guys in our class. He and Tracy are good friends. They're all fraternity brothers. So
what fraternity?
SAE.
Okay.
Yep. So so it's funny when Harry and I started dating, and we called Tracy and said, "And never guess who I'm sitting in my car with me right now," that type of thing. So that was fun. Yeah. So that's how I met him.
So you're up in Michigan now doing what are you doing now besides making wine?
Yeah, right. My spare time. So my husband works for Disney, and he got a big promotion, and they transferred us up here to Michigan. And
when you say Disney, are you meaning the Disney company?
Yeah, Disney, Walt Disney. Yeah. So he actually works for ABC Television. Is who he works for, and Disney owns them. Yeah. So Mickey Mouse, signed our checks, and so they moved us up here, and I 2 little babies. I never set foot in Michigan in my life. I thought, what are we doing? And we're so far away from our family and friends, but we absolutely love it. It's been a great place to raise a family. Got great friends, got great church. We have a place up north, which what we call it up north, a little cabin on a lake, and we use it all seasons. Boating in the summer and snowmobiling in the winter, and it's just beautiful. So
right, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm an old Disney cast member from way back, and so when I heard that, my ears perked up.
Cast member, that's right. They're all cast members.
All cast members. Yep.
Yep.
So that brings us up to, I mean, that's really, yeah. So that's cool. 40 years. There's 40 years right there.
Yeah. So when I came to Michigan, I was a stay-at-home mom for like about 10 years. So kind of raised the kids. And then, so then when you're, kids are growing up, you're working out in the classroom, you're volunteering all the time and doing stuff. So one of my good friends is a teacher, and she's like, you're in school every day. She's like, why not get paid for it? I'm like, oh, that's kind of fun.
All right.
So yeah, so for the last 15 years, I've been working part-time in the schools, just kind of like a classroom. We call them parapros, like an aide or something.
That's what my wife is. She's a para. Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. So you know what
Mm-hmm.
it is. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I've been doing that for about 7, 8 years. And then I moved over to the middle school, and now I'm the middle school librarian. Who would have
There you
thought?
go.
But there you go. But
That's
you know
awesome.
what? Yeah, it's really been fun. It's just a nice part-time job, and I love the kids. And middle school is such an awkward age, and it's just, figuring out who you are and what you want to be, and your body's changing, weird stuff, and so it's just nice to, say hi to these kids, and they just light up like, oh my gosh, just little things make their day,
Right.
So I enjoy it. So
Mindy Goodell was talking about that a little bit in her
Yeah.
interview.
yeah. You just, people can be having a bad day, and they come in and you just say, hi, how are you? And they just talk for a minute, and then they're like, good, so it's rewarding in that way, so I'm not used
All
to
right.
being free anymore, but I'm doing that. So oh well.
So far, this is okay, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we doing good?
We're doing all right. Yeah.
All right. Here we
Thanks.
go. Okay. Lightning round questions.
Uh-oh.
You ready?
Okay.
Some simple yes or no, or I said no yes or no questions, but this might be that. Favorite teacher?
Probably Mrs. Smith. I liked Family Limited. She was fun. I liked her.
Mhm,
A
mhm.
lot of people have said her,
Yeah.
So yeah, probably Mrs. Smith.
Favorite class?
Gosh, I don't know. I liked history a lot, and I like English a lot too. So and I'm so bad with even teachers' names. I didn't really have a favorite class that much, maybe I guess Family Living, but
Mr. Love was the history, and
See,
Simmons.
I had Simmons.
Yeah.
I know I had him. I think I had Mr. Love. And yeah, those classes were fun. Mr. Simmons, people have talked about him.
Yeah.
He was kind of quirky, but he did teach all of us how to write. That's for sure. We all knew how to write a good essay when we went to college, so that's good.
Car?
My car?
Did you have a car? And if
I
you
didn't
did,
really have a car. No, I didn't. I rode to school with my brother. He took me every day. And then when he graduated, I think I rode to school in the mornings with Christy Brooks. She picked me up.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And so yeah, no, I never really had a car in school.
Okay. So in 82, here's
Mhm.
some cultural questions. There was a horse racing in the Kentucky Derby. Which one was the winner of the Kentucky Derby in 82? Gatto del Sol, Always Dreaming, or Sonny's Halo?
Wow. I don't think anybody
And
else
if you
has
need to-
trivia questions, Scott. I don't recall
And
that.
if you need to phone a friend or ask your husband or
Yeah.
something,
Oh. What were my choices again?
Gatto del Sol, Always Dreaming, or Sonny's Halo?
I don't know. Always Dreaming would be my guess. I don't know.
Gatto del Sol.
No, okay.
Sol.
I didn't know.
The top
I
TV
happened to
shows.
the Kentucky Derby though. I happened, and it was really fun.
Oh yeah.
I went for my 50th birthday.
Did you wear a big hat?
I did.
Did you drink a mint julep?
I did.
Yeah,
Yep.
there you go. You did it
Yeah,
up.
it's a neat experience. If you haven't done it, it's a neat. You need to do it.
Cool. Have to check that out. Top TV show: Dallas, 60 Minutes, or The Jeffersons?
Oh, I should
This
have
is
known.
back in 82.
Gosh, I would say Dallas.
Ding,
Right?
ding, ding. Yep, right.
Okay, good. Yeah, I should know media, but it's been a while.
Top song: Eye of the Tiger by Survivor, Physical by Olivia Newton-John, or Open Arms by Journey?
Oh, geez, I think those are all in the 80s, weren't they?
All 82.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. 82. I don't know. Eye of the Tiger.
That's close. It's Physical by Olivia Newton-John.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I think Eye of the Tiger was number 2 or something like that. Last one. Oh, no, I've got 2 more. A man in a blank, otherwise known as Lawn Chair Larry, flies more than 16,000 feet above Long Beach, California with weather balloons attached. What was he in?
Okay, are we doing like a math problem here? I'm thinking that was not my strong suit.
A man in a blank, his nickname was Lawn Chair Larry, flies more than 16,000 feet above Long Beach, California with weather balloons attached. What was he in?
I guess he's in a lawn chair. I don't know.
Yep, there you go.
Oh, wow.
He's in a lawn chair. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Last one. What was the highest grossing video game of 1982? Dig Dug, Donkey Kong Jr., or Pac-Man?
Oh, Pac-Man.
Yep, Pac-Man's right.
What was that place? Shane's Games we used to go to?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Next to the Red Apple.
Yep. one of our cruising spots, wasn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. Your school activities, you were pom squad?
I did that my senior year. Yep.
I always thought it was pom.
It's pon. Yeah.
Pom.
Yeah, I know.
How did I miss that all those years?
I don't know. It's kind of strange.
And then
study up on that.
Tennis team?
Yep. I did the tennis team all through school. Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yep, that was fun.
So what was it like growing up in Bartlesville, Woodland Park, for you guys?
It was great. It was great. Yeah. A lot of really fun, nice people in Woodland Park that we all grew up with. And I was born and raised in Bartlesville. So I've been there, my whole life, except for one small stint. We went to Colorado for, I think, a year and a half. My dad got transferred there. And then we came back and went to Limestone with all the Limestone crew. So that's always fun and had a lot of fun. So all those kids obviously lived in Woodland Park. Yeah, it was, as I said, Bartlesville was a great place to grow up,
Right. So who were your friends? Who was your friends in high school? Who were your friends?
My friends in high school. My good friends were Jennifer Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Cindy Brannon, Lori Eastman, Lynn Grigsby, Trisha Hines, Tandy. Gosh, there's so many people, but ran around with them quite a bit.
And do you still stay in touch?
Not too much. Jennifer passed, and so that was really sad for me. Yeah. And she actually passed 2 months after my dad did. So it was a really tough year. Because I kept up with Jennifer. So I came back to Bartlesville all the time to see my parents, and my husband's from Tulsa. So we'd always be in Oklahoma a couple times a year. And so I saw her. And but then it's about it. I mean, I take Trisha every now and then, mainly just Facebook, but I do see Tracy Robinette when we're in Tulsa. We see him, and I see Jimmy Bishop occasionally because our families were really close friends. And I saw him at OSU a couple times. We hooked up there. And but other than that, I don't see too many people from high school because we live so far away, now.
Right.
And are you in Bartlesville now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, Jennifer Williams, her house is right down the street here. I'm on Cherokee, and the three-way split is right there. And Frank Phillips' home is just 2 blocks.
I didn't know that. Yeah. Well, I do come back quite a bit, so I'll have to look you up when I'm back next time.
Yeah, do that. Butch Bolin was in town this weekend. He gave me a call, and I met him and Jimmy and at the Painted Horse, and it was a good time. It was a lot of fun catching up.
Yeah.
So what's a funny story from your senior year? Do you have any hilarity, hijinks, stories you can tell.
I mean, being friends with Jennifer, I mean, oh my gosh. I mean, we did so many funny things. As you heard, and I think was it Donnie Moreland's interview? Gosh, I remember that. I was like, gosh, I was out like riding my bike and listening to it, listen to the podcast, and all of a sudden he goes, yeah, Jennifer, mooned me. I'm like, oh, I think Kim Harrison was driving. I'm thinking, oh my gosh. I think, oh yeah, we do a lot of things like that, driving around.
I would call that tame and pretty innocent these days.
Oh yeah, I didn't do anything bad. I was pretty, I was a goody two shoes, so I didn't do anything bad. But one of my funny stories, I think it's funny. We I think it was Jennifer and I and Lori Eastman, and Lori had just gotten a new car. Her parents had gotten a stick shift, and she didn't know how to drive it. So I thought, well, I'll teach you. I know how to drive it. So we're driving, and we get to, I think it's at Washington Boulevard and Frank Phillips. Is that right? 75. Mm-hmm. Is that Washington Boulevard? Okay. Yeah. So we're at the main light there to turn, to go towards town. Mm-hmm. And she starts it and it stalls. And so she guts it and it stalls and stalls. And so then we sit there and it goes through a whole cycle. We're at the front. We're at the front of it. And I'm just, Jennifer and I are just laying down the car laughing so hard we can't even get up. And then she kept trying. We went through 3 lights like that. So that was funny. But
oh my God.
I know. But I didn't do anything crazy. The other thing I did was kind of funny. I think it was College High Sooner the Spirit Week, mm-hmm. And we are going to decorate the football players' houses, with stuff for the big game. And I had Kent Hudson. So I was over at his house, and I don't know if we were TPing, I don't know what we were doing, but anyway, someone came to the door, so I ran and hid, right? So I hid in these bushes and didn't think anything of it. Next morning I get up, I'm covered head to toe in poison ivy. I mean, I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah, that was fun.
Oh man.
Yeah. But that's about as wild as I got, I think, in high school.
You mentioned turning into town at the intersection. My wife always gives me a hard time because I always say I'm going to town. Oh. And she goes, well, you're in town. What do you mean you're going to town?
Downtown. That's what I mean.
I knew what you meant, but
yeah, right.
Anyway, so I'm not the only one who does that.
Okay. All right.
High school prom. Did you go? And if you did, who did you go with? Or senior year?
I did go. I went with Doug Smith.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was
good
fun.
time, I guess.
Yeah.
Dancing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it a lot of fun or was it stressful? Was it one of these things that
the prom?
Yeah.
Did you go?
Yeah. I went with Linda Yelkin.
Oh, Linda. Yeah. She was in my sorority. Yeah.
And for me, it was stressful. And that's why I ask, is because you want everything to be right, and there's all this pressure and all this it's prom, and I probably blew it way out of proportion.
I thought it was fun. I thought it was a fun time.
Yeah. What was your biggest concern in high school? What did you, looking back on that, do you remember being preoccupied or caught up with something personally, or things kids think about or go through? What was your, and to the student, it's like almost insurmountable. Looking back on it now, you would think, oh, that's nothing, but when you're a student, when you're that age, it's just
I can't think of anything really big like that, except for just, I think, like most people have said, just being quiet and shy, and talking to people, and I think the older I get, the more outgoing I get, more comfortable you are, and just, like people were saying, you shouldn't realize how everyone's going through the same stuff that you're kind of going through. But I didn't have anything major going on. I was just quiet, So
what song takes you back to 1982? When you hear it, it's like bam.
I think like REO Speedwagon, that great album, the Tuna Fish or whatever, can tuna piano, can't tuna fish, or that whole album was just so great, That's Journey. Gosh, I don't know if I have just roll with the changes, I guess. If I had a song, I don't know if that's even 82 or not, but it's
Which one?
Roll with the Changes. Is that 82 for REO? I don't know exactly.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It just, it all kind of lumps together.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
So if you're tired of the same old story, oh, turn some pages. I'll be here when you are ready to roll with the changes.
Greatest accomplishment since 82. What's been your greatest accomplishment?
Wow. I guess I'd say just trying to live a good balanced life and where that means your family, being with your family and balancing your career and involved in your church and your friends, and just kind of keep it all balanced. And my family obviously is the most important thing in my life, but just I feel like being a well-rounded person and doing a lot of different things and doing it successfully, I guess.
Mm-hmm. That's been your greatest accomplishment.
I don't know, I guess.
No, that's good.
I know. I have one other tip done.
Go ahead.
I have something else I've done. I forgot.
Okay.
I 40, when I was turned 40, I took up running, believe it or not. And I did my first marathon when I was 40.
That's tough.
So that was a big accomplishment for me. So I did one full to the Chicago Marathon. So that was a big deal for me because I was never a runner. I was always, played tennis and golf and I danced, forever. But so my husband was running. I thought, I want to do that. So I started running. I ran all to my 40s and early 50s, and did a lot of races, and that was really fun.
So how did you train for that? And what was that race like for you? I mean, God, that had to have been tough.
Yeah, it was tough, but it was so much fun too. You just train, you have a whole training program you go to, and it's usually about, I don't know, 16 weeks or something. And, and it just starts you off so many miles a day and so many miles a week. And you just kind of gradually, go up from there. So, and then we did it in Chicago. So that was really neat. But it was, I remember when it was done, I was just like, oh my gosh, it was, you just can't believe you did it. You can't believe it.
Yeah.
If you think about it on a straight line, running 26 miles, 26.2 miles, it's like, that's a long ways. But when you're winding around and through a city and it's
change of scenery.
Yeah. So that's been pretty fun. And I did a cool one in Detroit, the Detroit half marathon, where you start in Detroit, Michigan, and then you run over the bridge into Canada. So that it's like the international, marathon.
That's cool. And
you run down Canada, you come back underneath the river in the tunnel. And so that was kind of fun too. A little claustrophobic in the tunnel, but so running was another neat thing I did. So
what's a situation where you didn't think you were going to make it through, but you did? One of your biggest
marathon. No, I was kidding. Didn't make it through, but I did.
One of those things where you don't think you're going to make it through, but you do, and it was a huge challenge. One of those curveballs that life throws, and
I guess, maybe moving here to Michigan. That was such a upheaval of our life. I mean, it was a good thing, but we had 2 little babies and not knowing a soul, like I said, and moving to where I thought could have been like the armpit of America, and Detroit. I'm thinking, who moves to Detroit? That's scary. That's yucky. And we live an hour outside Detroit, so we're not in Detroit. But it was tough being away from my family, my parents, seeing my kids grow up, and helping out. I had nobody to help, things like that.
Right. No network.
Yeah. So I had to start from scratch, and like I said, I stayed home, like I told you, for 10 years. And so you just wasn't in the workforce either. So it's been the biggest blessing in our lives. We've had a wonderful network of friends and family, and I mean, here in Michigan. So it's that probably was it. And we've stayed. We could have come back, and we could have gone somewhere else, and we never left. So, so I guess that would be a big deal for me.
Yeah, that is a big deal. Yeah. What would you tell your 18-year-old self, knowing what you know now?
Oh, here's the dreaded question, right?
This is what it all comes down to right here.
Oh my gosh. I think I would tell myself, just, stand up for what you believe in, don't, I don't know how to even say this. Just not be so shy. That's one thing, but it's just assert yourself in situations, and you can make a difference, and just have a positive outlook on life, that things are going to be okay. You'll get through it. And, like we also looking back at high school, it was awkward for a lot of us, even though we thought that it wasn't awkward for anybody else but ourselves. Right.
Right.
But looking back thinking, that was nothing compared to the rest of life that we're doing now. But, I guess that's just, yeah, I don't know. How's that?
So, don't be shy. What'd you say? Don't be shy, and don't and stick up for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, just stick up for yourself. And as far as like fight for, if you see something that's wrong, go make it right, versus just letting it happen. Assert yourself more. So
have you found that you were letting people roll over you, or were you not standing up for did you find yourself not standing up for yourself, or?
No, not really. Don't mean to say that. No, no, not that. But I think, sometimes you can just be, just be nice and let things happen. And versus, when you get the more older you get, the more experience you get in life, you know how to fight for things more. Right? Fight for what you want more.
Right.
So, versus just saying, okay, I'll go on. But no, I want that. So I'm gonna work for it. I'm gonna fight for it and do it because I can do it, type thing.
You have you been to any of the reunions so far?
I have. I think I've been to all. For sure the first and the 10-year and I think I've been to all three. I can't remember the 20-year. That's the thing. I remember the first, the 10-year, and I remember the 30-year.
Was the 20-year at Johnstone Park? It seems to me there was like an outdoor thing in a pavilion out there.
I don't know why.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, because the last one was the one downtown Bartlesville, right? The one down in.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Down in the Bambinos and the ITIO building or whatever that is.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure I went to all three, but but I'm looking forward to this one. I'm definitely going to come back for it.
Yeah, that's cool. Good deal.
And it's still, as far as still mid-September. Is that whatever the rumor is?
That's what I've heard so far. I'm not quite sure. And I want to get somebody on who knows the the schedule and details so we can tell everybody.
I know, right? Because I don't know, who's planning it, and if I live far away, like how I can help. But a lot of people want to help. Some way.
Any parting words for the Wildcats listening, watching? Any last thing you want to say, or anything you want to bring up?
Just go to the reunion. I look forward to seeing everybody there. And it's just been, I feel like I kind of know a little bit about everybody that so far that's been on the podcast, which has been really, really neat. And thank you, Scott, obviously, for doing this. It's just been phenomenal, and everybody loves it. And it's just, not really, just buy my wine. I'm just kidding. So whenever you see Kim Crawford wine, think of me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No, but just looking forward to seeing everybody. Hopefully everybody will come back, and it'll be fun to catch up with everybody and stuff.
Yeah. If someone wants to get in touch with you, what's the best way? If any Wildcat out there wants to catch up with Kim, send you a note or whatever, what's the best way to do that?
I can do it, I guess, through Facebook, like through Facebook Messenger, or I can give you my email or whatever, and do that. That's another way, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, we can put your Facebook and your email address in the show notes below.
Okay.
And yeah, so if you're wanting to get in touch with Kim, that's probably the best way to do that. So for Kim Harrison Crawford, this is Scott Townsend. Have a great day. Oh, no.
Blooper.
So for Kim Harrison Crawford, this is Scott Townsend. Thanks for watching and listening to the last of the Col-Hi Wildcats 1982 podcast. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you later.
The last of the Col-Hi Wildcats 1982 podcast is a Diesel Man production. Visit the last of the Col-Hi Wildcats 1982 YouTube channel, listen on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.
This podcast is made possible by our Patreon members, Butch Bolin, Ben Townsend, Mark Thompson, Sandra Yeager, and Christy Brooks. And by the generous donations made via the GoFundMe campaign.